I am happy to be back on this hashtag Travel Tuesday. I hope everyone had a great holiday weekend. But you know, the Tuesday after holiday, it's another Monday for me. So luckily we have someone scheduled today and we're able to jump on and have conversation about a fabulous destination that I'm sure you don't know a lot about. You probably think you do, but I think she's going to have some hidden gems to tell you about. If you're watching live, thank you very much. Drop hashtag Travel Tuesday in the comments so I know you're here. If you watch the replay, let me know that as well. I know timings have been an issue with some people. I've heard asking me to do some later afternoon sessions. So let me know what time works best for you. And I'm happy to reach out to my suppliers and adjust those as we need to be, because we're doing these for you, for your benefit, so you can find out about some great destinations that we work with. And if you're going to have to watch the replay all the time, that's fine. But it's nice to be able to jump on live once in a while and engage in that question and answer session as well. You can also go back and watch all of our previous videos on our Journeys Travel page if you're watching from one of the other groups or Facebook pages, or on YouTube. So let me know there if you have questions as well if you're watching a replay. I try to go back in every week or so and catch up with the comments and questions, or reach out to me via email too. You know, that's always the best way to contact me. Another request I have is to send this out to your friends. You know, that button starts with an S on Facebook, but unfortunately, we're not supposed to say that. So if you could please send this to your friends that might be interested in traveling. Maybe they are not looking to travel internationally yet, but they might be thinking about a domestic beach location. This would be a perfect place to go for children of all ages. There's something for everyone. So with that, let's go ahead and get started today. I'm going to run a quick video and then we will do the intro and bring today's special guest on. Bear with me just 1 second and I will pull the video up here. All right, here we go.
Good morning, Greater Fort Lauderdale. It's another beautiful day here in paradise. The sun is up, the town is out. It's a great day to be alive.
I've been coming alive again.
I'm going to blame the weather, but bear with me.
Good morning, Greater Fort Lauderdale. It's another
let's try this again. Good morning, Greater Fort Lauderdale. Good morning.
morning, Greater Fort Lauderdale. It's another beautiful day here in paradise. The sun is up. Fort Lauderdale. It's another beautiful day here in paradise. The sun is up. The town is out. It's a
Whoever said the
Good morning, Greater Fort Lauderdale. It's another morning, Greater Fort Lauderdale. It's another beautiful day here in paradise. The sun is up. The town is out. It's a great day. The sun is up. The town is out. It's a great day to be alive.
I've been coming alive. I've been
Great day to be alive.
coming alive. I've been
Okay, I'm going to play with that while she's doing her presentation because I don't know. I hate when it does that. It looks fine on my side, but it's obviously not working very correctly, and I don't want you guys to sit through while I'm playing around with it. So hopefully I can get that fixed for you so you can watch that. We will try it again at the end. Don't know. Technology, you know. I never claimed to be good at technology. All right, so with that, you know, today we are being joined by someone from the Greater Fort Lauderdale area. Let me give you a little bit of information about her and her background. Caitlan is a senior manager in tourism sales with over 25 years of hospitality and tourism experience. She is a maniac in origin, but came to South Florida to complete her undergraduate at FIU's School of Hospitality Management, and now claims South Florida as her home. I think if it was me, I might not want to go back to chilly Maine weather either. She won South Florida's HSMAI Sales and Marketing Professional of the Year in 2017 and ASTA's SBN's Partner of the Year Award in 2016. And if you're not familiar with travel lingo, we use a lot of acronyms, but both of those awards are really big deals. So we are lucky to have her with us today. She is a self-proclaimed dance and stage mom, and her passions are travel, family, and a good beach day. We can all use one of those right now. So let me welcome Caitlan to our broadcast today. Hi. How are you today? I can.
Oh, awesome.
Yep.
Well, I think you're doing pretty well with this technology because even if the video didn't start, it's okay. It's just a story of Greater Fort Lauderdale, and I can tell you that anyways. But this whole setup that you have is very impressive. So
well, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for setting this up.
I will link that video also in the show notes, and also put it a link to it on our YouTube channel so people can watch it there as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So yes, jazz hands. We're a little bit of stage mom. I've got a ballet bar in the back here.
Nice.
And some palm trees out to my side. I'm not going to show you outside because it happens. We're getting a little bit of liquid sunshine today, but that's okay. We needed that today. But anyways, yes, my name is Caitlan, and I am here today to talk to you about everything in Greater Fort Lauderdale. And maybe I have some little tips that you may not know, because a lot of people think they do know Fort Lauderdale. And you would have seen in the video, because that story of Greater Fort Lauderdale that is portrayed in the video really shows you how we've grown over the ages, over the last couple of decades, because a lot of people stayed with that kind of perception of those what were they called then? That movie, and I'm having a mind blank here, but with Spring Break, right? So a lot of people think that, you know, they were automatically think Fort Lauderdale in the Spring Break days. And so much has changed and evolved over these last couple of years, really, over many years. But recently, this year in particular, we are really excited for huge moments of growth, right? Our convention center is being remodeled. We just got this big, amazing guitar hotel. I don't know if you've seen that, but it's shown in the video. So make sure you check it out. But there's a lot happening here, and it's a great place to be right now, even with a little bit of rain going on. But even with our current circumstances, I love living here, and I love welcoming all of our visitors. So I'm going to show you a little bit here. I'm going to share my screen here.
All right.
So that you can see a little bit about why Greater Fort Lauderdale should be on your list to come down and visit us, right? So as Jenny was saying, maybe for a domestic beach location, a great weekend getaway, a great long weekend, and the thing about Greater Fort Lauderdale is, one, we have amazing accessibility, right? Have our fantastic FLL airport with great carriers from all over the US. So great accessibility. You can fly into Fort Lauderdale and be at the beaches within 5 minutes. You can go to the cruise port once we start cruising again, very close. But you can also visit, all kinds of other great neighbors that we have, and you can use Fort Lauderdale as your base, right? So Greater Fort Lauderdale, we have Miami to our south, and we have West Palm Beach up to our north. And then, of course, we have the Great Everglades out to our west, which I'm going to talk about in a minute as well. But we are really talking a lot recently about Florida vacations and really getting to know our own backyard and getting to know Florida as a state. It's funny because so many people, we would really market to so many foreigners to outside of the US. We would market a lot of people to come visit Florida as a state. And they would, come to Fort Lauderdale for a little bit, and then maybe go to Orlando, and then maybe go to Tampa. And now we're really trying to talk to the U.S. visitors. We're talking to people up where you all live and say, hey, come out and visit us and spend a couple days visiting us, and then go, like I said, go down to the Keys for a couple days, and then go over maybe to Naples, because we all have very distinct locations. So today, why am I talking to you about Greater Fort Lauderdale? I want to talk to you about where we are right now in our reopening, how we're doing it, and why you should come and visit us, right? So we are technically still in phase one, which is incredible. But our phase one, I believe, is a little bit more lenient, I would say. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but a little bit more lenient than some other phases throughout the United States. Right now, basically everything is open. We even have our movie theaters open. So I guess that's part of phase two, but not officially. But our movie theaters did open. All of our attractions are open. We have indoor dining, but it's all at 50% capacity. All of our beautiful hotels are open and ready for you to come down and visit them. Our beaches are open. They're open over Labor Day, all, socially distanced and things like that. And our parks are open, so you can go out to the Everglades, which I'm going to talk about. So we're here, we're doing a safe, smart, step-by-step plan, as the governor says. And locally, we have a really big campaign, of course, to wear masks and to be respectful of the distances and things like that. So you're going to see that signage throughout the county. But if you are flying into Fort Lauderdale Airport and to FLL, please, you can feel confident about flying in safely. We have like family vacation, more like, hey, it is a time for people to have their spring break, but we're not getting that typical college crowd anymore. Some, of course, but we have a little bit more families and just people coming down on vacation that happens to be during the spring break time. But one thing that I like to say in these presentations that is not going to change is our water culture. So this beautiful view, we may have a couple buildings pop up in the downtown area, maybe some new resorts being built. But one thing that is not going to change is our water culture, okay? This is who we are in essence. In essence, we live and breathe by the water culture here in Greater Fort Lauderdale. It is so important to us. We know that you all want to come down and visit our beautiful beaches. They are all Blue Wave certified. And what does that mean? That means that they have been certified by the Clean Beach Coalition. They've been certified to have clean beaches, clean water, accessible, great parking, things like that. So there's a list. It's kind of the Oscars of the beaches. And it's important to us, right? And I mean, who doesn't want to be right here in this beautiful picture right now? I certainly love it. It's clean right now. The beaches were wonderful this weekend. Last weekend I was there as well. And so it's the best thing you're going to find here in Greater Fort Lauderdale is these beautiful beaches to enjoy. And then, going back in that water culture, Venice of the America, that is our nickname. So you can come here and you can really just embrace the boat culture, the yacht culture that we have here. We have over 45,000 registered yachts in Greater Fort Lauderdale. This is everywhere, okay? This is just not a staged picture. This is any kind of bridge that you're going over, any kind of crosswalk or river walk in the Las Olas area that you're walking by, you're gonna see these beautiful yachts going in and out. So we have over 300 miles of intercoastal waterways that you can enjoy. If it's on a water taxi, if it's a gondola tour, right? So if you can't get to Italy, come to Greater Fort Lauderdale and you can be on the Venice of the Americas and going down on a gondola tour through our intercoastal waterways. And then one thing that many people do not know, maybe even Jenny didn't know this, because I don't think we've done a good enough job at really telling everybody how much diving we have here. Actually our second nickname is called the shipwreck capital of the world. Sometimes I'm like, should I say that? Because I don't know if it's a good thing to say, but it is to those divers. Divers love going off and seeing these shipwrecks. And we have over 18 of them, mostly off of the coast of Pompano Beach, which is part of Greater Fort Lauderdale. So there is so much snorkeling that you can do. You can go right out to the reefs, right off Fort Lauderdale Beach, Lauderdale by the sea. There's some great specific areas where you're gonna really enjoy going out and diving or snorkeling or both. So there's some great trips that you can go out. You can go out on a boat that does, I say it's kind of an all-in-one boat, right? You got somebody that doesn't want to be in the water at all, you can have the glass bottom. You can have somebody that's just learning to snorkel, they can go snorkeling, and somebody that wants to go diving, they can be on that same boat. I say that's a great deal to do. So I'm just kind of highlighting a picture here of, what's changed, now in this new COVID world. Not a lot for these outdoor sports, because this is the great thing about who we are in this water culture. We didn't have to change much. We are a naturally outdoor destination. We love to be outdoors. We love to be out on the water, and you can be socially distanced doing that. So we have kayak tours, stand-up paddling tours, all kinds of these great things that you can do in some of our Broward County parks or with these private companies. So Blue Moon Adventures here, I took this off of their page. It's a new normal, and yes, you should wear masks when you're checking in and checking out. But once you're out in the kayaks, you don't have to wear a mask. You're on your own kayak, you're out there, you're distanced from everybody. So it's something to keep in mind about your visit here. Yes, it's our law to wear the mask when you're around people like that directly, but when you're out on the water, you're good to go to enjoy yourself. So I had mentioned our parks. Everybody knows we all want to be outside right now. It's very important to us in this kind of new age that we have. So we have amazing Broward County parks for you to go out and explore. You can go up to Treetops Park. You can have beautiful views of the county. We have nature centers. And this picture here is of the Everglades. So something to know here. And think about this. The Florida Everglades, it's the only place in the world with this specific ecosystem. Okay, so let that set in, because people travel around the world to find or to go to those one specific area in the world that only has this one thing. People get on planes to go 18 hours to go see that one thing. But we have this here in our own backyard. And I think many people have maybe perhaps gone to the Florida Everglades, or they think they know about it, because maybe they went on a career post cruise excursion, or they happened to be driving by and they jumped on an airboat, which is very fun to do, and I highly recommend it. But you can even do more now. You can go out fishing. You can do like a private tour. You can go at nighttime and do a red eye tour. There's a lot more to explore than just getting on an airboat tour, which I personally love anyway. So if that's all the time you have, absolutely got to be on your list of to do. It's super fun. It's gorgeous. I never get tired of it personally. I've probably gone about 100 times, and it's a great experience. Get out in the nature, see this ecosystem, see some gators perhaps. They get a little close sometimes, but it's fun. And then the other side, we have lots of arts and culture here. So, the great thing about being in Greater Fort Lauderdale is, like I said, we are just, our neighbors to the south, our neighbors to the north. We have this amazing culture here that people, maybe don't know. They just think about the spring break. We have blossoming art culture here. We have art walks, we have murals, mural tours down in Hollywood, up in Pompano area. So you're going to start seeing these all throughout the city. We have some art galleries down in Fort Lauderdale, down on Las Olas Boulevard. Going back here, the Hard Rock Stadium, they're closed right now, but they're doing outdoor music. Well, they're going to be opening soon for the Dolphins team, actually. But they're opening for outdoor movies right now. We have some great museums, the Museum of Art in downtown area, the Historical Museum in downtown Fort Lauderdale as well. So there's lots to do in this area. We can put together an itinerary for you. We can work with Jenny, and if this is something that interests you, if you want to go to the beach for a little bit and then maybe add some arts and culture to your trip in the afternoon, we can give you some specific ideas. And then, of course, shopping. I have to say this because it's a huge part of who we are. People love to come here to shop. This picture here is of Sawgrass Mills. Now, get this. It was the second most visited attraction in the entire state of Florida last year. And we don't want to talk about 2020, but before that, and every year before that, it was, listen again, the second most visited attraction in the state of Florida. So right after Disney, you're going to find Sawgrass Mills Shopping Center. It's got over 400 stores. It's got lots of outdoor space, lots of restaurants, lots of attractions, things to do besides shopping. But the main goal is shopping, and people spend days there shopping. They have a hotel being built right on property there too as well right now. They've got other hotels right nearby as well, but great shopping. Then we've got Galleria Mall. You can arrive via water taxi. Las Olas, I had mentioned, downtown, lots of small boutiques. So there's a lot going on. Dania Point is being built right now. A lot of great shopping in the area. And now back to one of my favorite topics as well, alfresco dining. So, this is another kind of topic that I'd like to bring up right now because everybody's talking about outdoor dining. And I mentioned before, we do have indoor dining now, opened at 50% capacity. But alfresco dining has always been who we are here in Greater Fort Lauderdale. We offer over 150 restaurants outdoors looking over the water, if it's the Intercoastal Waterway, that Venice of the Americas I had said, or the beach here. Look at this one. This is in Pompano Beach. Gorgeous. This is Ocean House. They opened last year, I believe. Phenomenal views, phenomenal food. So Pompano Beach, I've mentioned a couple times, they just actually opened their brand new pier. It's in the form of a pompano fish. They've got some great shades, and they've got some amazing restaurants all right there. And of course, the beach and fishing and snorkeling and scuba diving. So a lot to do. And then here are just some flyers that I wanted you to see, where we are with COVID and the recommendations, the guidelines of wearing masks when you're walking in and when you're not consuming food or beverage and things like that. But we are really, the restaurateurs here in Greater Fort Lauderdale are working so hard to ensure the safety of everybody, of all the patrons and their employees, of course. And then year-round golfing. Yes, indeed. I'm getting a lot of requests for golfing right now. So if you've gone, you can ask Jenny about them. We have we have over 40 year-round golf courses here. So you can be golfing with these great views. Another excellent way to be socially distanced. They're all open. They're fabulous. Come on down and join us. My son's going golfing 4:30, virtual school is done, and he's hitting the golf course. And our casinos. So I had just mentioned the Guitar Hotel. This opened in October, the Seminole Hard Rock. They were open before, but they built this beautiful Guitar Hotel. And so they have some amazing gaming. We have 5 other casinos, Dania Beach Casino. We have, like I said, 6 of them listed on our website, all kinds of great gaming. They are open, of course, with different restrictions right now, but they are open. So you can come down and visit those. And I think I sped through that very quickly because I can't see the time here. 3:25, not bad. But if you want more information, you can visit us on Visit Lauderdale on our Facebook page, our Instagram. We have all kinds of great stuff on there, beautiful pictures, entice you to come on down and visit us. Of course, we want to make sure that you ask Jenny about all kinds of hotel deals that we may have, because there's a lot of them right now. We want to make sure that we stay busy, we stay open, and we need all of your support to do that. We need you to come on down and visit us, and Jenny's going to be able to find you the perfect resort or vacation down in Greater Fort Lauderdale. So Jenny, I'm going to ask you to play the next video, which is just a quick kind of socially distanced video that we did So the story of Greater Fort Lauderdale was that first one that I want you to go back and see, and that shows you the evolution of the destination. And this one that I'm going to show you is just kind of a fast-paced, socially distanced, like come on down, and this is happening right now in Greater Fort Lauderdale. So I think I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to pass the mic over to you to start that video. Oh, I can't hear you.
There we go.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, YouTube doesn't like me today, apparently.
It's okay.
I don't know what the deal is. I did drop the link to the first one. I'll do the same with that second one so that everybody could see it flawlessly.
No worries.
Oh, all right. And I was trying to grab a couple things and see if they pull up here. Nope, they haven't come through yet. I was down there. 2017 and 2018 were my last two trips. And I found a couple of the photos that I had taken down there. I did the art walk and went to see all the murals. And then we went to, I have no idea what it was called, what his name was, but it was a painter, and they had like bongo drums playing in the background. And so we watched him do this amazing painting to the drums, and then I actually purchased one of his paintings. He signed it, and I have a photo with him. So I have those ready to pull up, and in trying to fix YouTube, I lost that screen. So I will drop those in the follow-up too if it doesn't pop up. I'm trying to reload them, but of course photos aren't loading either. I'm going to blame the weather again. I don't know what the problem is, but
Tech issue Tuesday, right?
I'm going to rename my broadcast to that. So I wanted to let's see, a couple things. You are correct. I did not know about the diving and snorkeling. I had no idea.
See, look at that. I know we do. We have a lot
have
here.
To go travel, to these exotic vacations in order to have something like that.
Exactly. And that's just not the case. You know, you can fly into Fort Lauderdale and you can be out diving like within 90 minutes. You know, I think you can't do it the opposite, right? Like,
Right.
because some people are like, no, you know this, you can't do, but you can do it going there. But yeah, it's a great way, you know, and there's a lot, you know, we all know most people think of the Florida Keys for any domestic diving, and they do have great diving, but so do we, you know, and the thing, it's that same coastline right there. So it really kind of starts with us. There's some great other YouTube videos. Like the Lady Luck it was one of those shipwrecks. So some of them were natural shipwrecks from like the 1800s, and other ones they purposely sank, you know, to create the artificial reef, you know, to help with environmental stuff and to, of course, bring in more tourism and the scuba divings. And it's incredible how the fish, you know, come to those and how they develop these reefs over the years. So one of them was called Lady Luck. They sank it, I think maybe in 2017. It was this giant barge that came down. They bought it on auction from New York and brought it down. They cleaned it up because they had to like clean it up so it was environmentally okay to sink it. It was this whole big thing. It was on the news. It was like everywhere. But it's really cool to see how it's evolved over the last couple of years, and great diving.
Yeah, I'll have to look up some of those videos and share them over to our YouTube channel, because I do think people will be excited about that now that people are thinking more about traveling domestically.
Absolutely.
And that way they're not missing out on anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
A couple other things. I know, you know, everybody knows there's golfing in Florida, has some amazing courses. So I'm glad you touched on that. But I did not realize that the Everglades, that was the only place in the world for that.
I know, with that specific ecosystem. Yes, it's true. The only place in the world by that specific ecosystem, which is pretty incredible. And there's so much to go out and explore. Like I said, just beyond like that 30-minute airboat ride, you know, they're really trying to be creative. Some of those tour companies with their offerings now. And I saw one like to go out and camp out there, and they'll take you with a guide to do it. And like the bass fishing is amazing. So there's a lot going on out there that is beyond the 30-minute airboat ride.
And even with that, a lot of people think they need to be on the other coast to experience a lot of those things. You know, the fishing and the camping and things like that. But, you know, you have that right there in your backyard. And, you know, it's a quick nonstop flight from the Chicago area to get down there.
It is, absolutely. And it's a great way, like I said, you know, if you do have a little bit more time, I said, you know, I touched on maybe a 3 or 4 day, you know, quick getaway, but also if you have a little bit longer, you know, you could fly into Fort Lauderdale and you could see, you know, our beautiful East Coast Atlantic Ocean, and then, you know, go and see that freshwater fishing, the Everglades, and then go see the other side of the Everglades and the West Coast and the Naples, you know, so you could really explore a lot more of, you know, just what a lot of people think of, you know, really quickly for both destinations.
True. Let's see. And the shopping, I didn't realize you had those malls there.
Yeah, Sawgrass Mills Mall is like the place to be for sure. Sometimes it's so busy. It's not right, you know, right now that everything's different. But it's days. It takes you days to get through it.
Okay, definitely going to have to put that on my list and bring an empty suitcase.
Yes, people do. You see them like walking around with their empty suitcases. They'll buy the suitcase there and then fill it up.
I have actually seen that down there.
Yes. Yep. It happens a lot. It does. It's so funny. And also, like I said, you know, to Galleria Mall, you can arrive via water taxi. So there's a lot of, you know, some unique shopping.
Yeah. It makes a little bit different to do things like that instead of just pulling up parking and, you know, going in. So. And then the restaurants. I know when I was down there, we ate at a variety of places. We went to wine bars. We went to seafood restaurants. We went to an amazing Italian restaurant, as well as just some hole-in-the-wall places. I like to go discover some places like that as well.
Yes.
But yeah, with 150 outdoor dining establishments, you can't go wrong.
You really can't. And, you know, I'd like to also kind of mention right now, right, with those people that maybe go every year to the Caribbean, or like that they kind, they had something in their mind to do that and they're not going to do it this year. Our kind of official food here is called Floridian cuisine, right? So it's that Florida mixed with that Caribbean flair. And you're going to see that really throughout our destination. And I think, you can't get to the Caribbean this year. Maybe you think Florida, but take this time to get to explore like all of the culture that we have, which is a lot of it is based from the Caribbean. You're gonna feel that. It's not just gonna be the standard beach. You're gonna have that little music flair, the food flair that is just a little bit more of that South American, Central, and Caribbean touch.
Yeah, you really do have an interesting mix down there. I think people, they always assume Miami is more Cuban focused, but I know when I was there, I interacted with people from all over the Caribbean, actually, Jamaica, St. Lucia, Nevis. So a lot of people there that it really is a kind of a melting pot, which is great.
It is. And it's different where, in Miami, they do have kind of their neighborhoods, like the Little Havana, they have Little Haiti and things like that. We don't have that. Like, it's everywhere. We are really just like mixed. And it's, you're going to have, Brazil, you're going to find all kinds of different cuisines. We did a webinar the other day for travel advisors talking about all the different types of travel. And we were talking about a hole in the wall restaurant. It's a Jamaican restaurant out kind of near where I live, near the Everglades area. Amazing seafood, so, and then you're going to another hole in the wall place. Have you ever been to La Tub in Hollywood Beach? So La Tub was actually made famous by Oprah Winfrey many years ago because she named it one of the best burgers in the US. Oh. And so they have these mega burgers, and it's like really a little hole in the wall, but it's right on the Intercoastal, right across from Hollywood Beach. And they have like the best views. You feel like you're like right there in the water. And it's just this dive, like just a burger and beer kind of place. Really fun.
All right. I will put that on my list. I'm planning to be down there the end of November. So I will add that to my list of places to go.
Awesome. Very good. I love it.
And something else I wanted to touch on. I don't know if you know, but I am certified with the Equality Institute, so LGBTQ couples and travel.
Awesome.
And you have an amazing LGBTQ community, nightlife scene. I mean, it's called all different kind of things, but I'd always heard that, but you're never too sure until you are immersed in it. And when I was down there, I actually went out and a couple of my gay friends took me to, can't remember the name of the street, but there's lots of clubs there. And
Manor Drive, maybe. Yep.
And we went out, and I tell you, even at this advanced age, I was out dancing until 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
I went back and packed and went to the airport and got on my flight. We had a fabulous time.
That's great.
And there was such a cool mix of people there. And it was nice. It was nice for me to feel accepted as a single woman being there, but also to watch the interaction with everybody, the groups of people, the single gay and lesbian people that were there just going out for a night or going out with their friends. And nobody had that apprehension that you hear about them going out in other large cities like that. So correct. I think if that is your lifestyle, this is a great place to go because there's so many different places to go, and you truly will be accepted there.
Thank you for bringing that up. And it is absolutely the truth. And it's really ingrained in who we are. Some of our leading principles as a destination and as a community really is inclusion for all. And it's our presidents, of this area, and our mayors, they bring it up in any speech that they're going to say and anything that they do. And we live and breathe it. That's really who we are. So, we do have a section on our webpage that's specifically for that travel, but it's really just kind of throughout. Like, once again, even with the culture, It's just, we are a very inclusive destination. But that Manor Drive is certainly a very fun place. It's in Wilton Manors, is like the little city area. Lots of amazing restaurants and fun nightlife for sure.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember the place we went to eat, but it was a little hole in the wall. And it was something like with peanut butter waffles. Oh, I can't think of the name of it.
Oh, there is a waffle.
Yeah, it was like like waffles didn't made anything with it. It was.
I forget. You're so right. I cannot remember the name.
Oh, it was good.
Yes, and there's another one called like Pearls and Champagne or something, and it's about like the oyster pearls and like a champagne bar as well in the Manors area. Great. But yeah, and actually the owner there is running for mayor of Wilton Manors right now.
Oh wow.
It's just a great place, really fun, lots of great cuisine.
Yeah, you definitely can't go wrong down there. I mean, their food was phenomenal. And so many different choices. I think people think they're going to Florida, they need to eat seafood, but it's not. There were so many other things. Even the wine bar we went to, and I know we had appetizers there.
Yeah.
And of course they did calamari, which is fine because I love calamari, but they had some like goat cheese and things like that were just the way they were. They were rolled in a certain spice and then deep fried. It was just different. It had a little bit of more of a Latin flair than something I might get locally. So there's just some things like that you might think, oh, I've had this before, but it just wasn't the same. It was definitely different and better.
Awesome. Thanks. I love it. Yeah. Lots of fun places to try out.
So I will share some of those photos, especially the one of the, I have just a
I want to see that one, yes.
Yeah, 15-second video of the artist actually working with the drums playing, which is just really cool. And then a photo of what I purchased and my photo with him. So I will go ahead and get those up too so people can see those. Because just one of those things, if I was down there on vacation, I would never think to venture out after night and happen by this place. But there's, things like that luckily I personally have experienced, but I also have you to reach out to say, okay, my clients are coming and they're looking for something different or they're interested in art. Even those murals, once you see those photos, they're so cool and so different.
Yeah, it's true. No. Yep, that's what we're here for. We can give you the insider scoop.
Awesome. And I like to talk about my partnerships and relationships. As I'm looking to see if the photos are finishing loading, an email popped up from a hotel partner I have in Fort Lauderdale with a special going on down there. So,
well, look at that.
So,
isn't that perfect timing?
It's all about connections. Yeah, and just one last thing. I want to go back to something you mentioned at the very beginning was that people thought about Fort Lauderdale for spring break. And I think from my area, a lot of people just think about it as a cruise port.
Yes.
You go in the night before, you spend the night, you get up and you go to the cruise ship. It's so much more than that. It really is. It's so much more than that. The beaches are amazing, yes, but there's just a small portion of what you have to offer in the Fort Lauderdale area.
Exactly. Thank you. And that's so true. We always say, yes, we love those cruise passengers for sure. It's part of who we are as well. The cruise lines, excellent, but we are. And if we can just get those, those guests to come down for a little bit more, come down for 1 or 2 nights where you're going to fall in love with it and you're going to want to come back because there really is a lot to explore and a lot of different ways to have a vacation here beyond just the beach as well. Of course, the beach is fabulous. So, it takes some time for that too, but.
All right. So I think all the questions that I had previously were more about things to do, and you covered all of those. But if there's anything else that people have questions about, they just need to drop them in the comments, and I will. If I don't know, I will reach out and answer.
Perfect. I love it. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a great day, and I look forward to talking.
I hope your weather gets better.
Thanks for you too.
All right. Take care.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I just said, I think a lot of people think spring break or cruises, and they don't know all that is to do down there. If you caught one of our other broadcasts was with Miami, and the same thing, there is so much to do in that area, and it's more than just the city of. They have essentially like a county-wide convention and visitors bureau that works together for all of these small communities, and there's something for all ages. As I mentioned, we went on that mural walk. Going from mural to mural, we passed several parks that families were out there and their children were playing. So it's a very safe area to go out and explore. But so we can do that. We can give you the latest map from the Convention and Visitors Bureau and give you some high points, or we can give you a detailed list of these are places we think would be a good fit for you. That's why we like to get to know you guys and have a conversation and see what you're really wanting out of your vacation, so that we can, make it the best experience possible. So I hope you enjoyed that today. I am going to just scroll down here quick and make sure I didn't miss anything coming in from all the different places. Nope, looked like we covered everything. Again, thank you for joining us today. I appreciate you guys that tune in live and watch and comment on what we're talking about, and add your 2 cents. If you've been there and have some stories to share like I did, please let me know that as well. Maybe it's something I'm not familiar with and can learn more about, or maybe experience on my next trip just as well. And yeah, it's definitely a Tuesday after holiday, because nothing wants to work right now. I can't get the buttons to click. Okay, let me go one more screen, and this one doesn't pull up. Nope, it doesn't. All right, so we are just going to end it there. Watch below in the comments on the Journeys Travel page. I'll do the links to those videos. I was going to try to play that other video for you again, but it's still skipping on my end, so I'm not going to make you sit through that. And I'll also drop some of those photos in so you can see them. So as you know, we are here for you wherever you want to travel, whether it's domestically or internationally. We're here to match you with the right destination. And when it's time to travel, please travel with Journeys Travel. Talk to you soon. Bye.